Guys, here we are at the Australian Fitness and Health Expo. Everything MMA booth. I've got a very special treat now. UFC heavyweight, the man on the left needs no introduction. Alistair Overeem's in the house. Alistair, thanks for coming down.
Thanks for having me.
Tell us how you're finding Australia so far. I know you've just arrived on Thursday. You've been here a few days.
Well, I met many Australians throughout my career, basically all over the world. Always you guys were very friendly, and now I know where it's coming from. Australia's just a very friendly place. I mean, I've been welcomed here with open arms. Very hospitable people, great food, so definitely a warm place.
I know you've been running seminars while you're here for some of the punters. How have you found the enthusiasm for martial arts, UFC and MMA in general?
Well, I didn't know what to expect, but everybody's very enthusiastic, and there's a huge fan base here. People are going crazy. So, not that much surprise, because if I look at England, if I look at Canada, and I think Australia's kind of similar. Big fan bases in both UK and England, and here the same, exactly the same.
Now, obviously coming off an emphatic victory last up against Frank Mir, talk us through how it went. Was it as you expected?
Well, it was an easy fight, but you know, my previous fights before I was winning those fights, and I didn't win them, I didn't get the win. And then everybody was complaining. So this fight, I was like, you know what, I'm going to play it a little bit more safe, a little bit more secure, and just focus on winning instead of knocking my opponent out, which I've always been doing. And yeah, in the end, it was a very clean victory. Personally, for me, I'm very proud of it, because I displayed a different Alistair. I displayed a strategic Alistair, which, yeah, always I'm going for the knockout. But you also, you know, at this level, you also need to be a little bit clever.
Yeah, for mine, it was that one, you had to get it in the book. Yeah, you just needed the W.
Get it in the book, that too.
Yeah. Now, of course, former K1 Dream heavyweight champion of the world, then went on to beat Brock Lesnar in your debut, I think, in the UFC. Was that the highlight of your career so far?
So we're talking about 2011. 2011 was a great year. I beat Verdum, and then I got Brock, and I signed with UC, and then I fought Brock. I would still go back to 2010, because that was the year that I defended my Strikeforce belt. I won the K1 championship 2010, the K1 GP, and I won the Dream heavyweight title, which is 3 belts, 1 year. Nobody ever done that before, right? K1 and MMA. So for me personally, that was a very special year. But introduction-wise in the US market, that was 2011.
We've got our boy Mark Hunt on the booth behind us now. I know you've had a stash in K1 before. Is that something we can all wet our lips for in the future, perhaps? Or?
Well, who knows? I know that Mark Hunt wants to get his revenge on me. For me, he's not on top of the priority list. I already beat him once. I'm kind of focused on different opponents, but you never know. Never say never.
Can we get a call out? Any idea who might be next?
Well, I'm thinking maybe Big Nog, or maybe Roy Nelson, or maybe Josh Barnett, or I don't know, maybe Mark Hunt. You know, you never say never. In UFC, things are going to go fast. People are going to get injured. So I'm just going to make sure I'm aiming for a September return. I've got some injuries now, so I have to rehab them proper. I'm aiming for a September return, and I'm just going to make sure I'm ready for anybody.
So tell us where to from here. You're heading home to Miami, I think. Is that right?
Yes, flying out Tuesday.
Yeah. Back into training?
Well, rehab first. I got surgery first lined up. Tuesday I'm going to be back. Wednesday surgery, elbow, small thing, not that big of a deal, but I have to do it, otherwise there's no training. And then just get ready, focus.
Yeah, awesome. Well, I'll tell you, on behalf of all of Australia, I guess you've been an absolute champion this weekend, coming down, supporting us like you have. Really appreciate it, and all the best moving forward.
Thanks for having me, and looking forward to come back again.
Cheers, Alistair.